Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I just thought I'd film a chatty get ready with me video. Nothing special, I just got a bunch of different products here, so I just wanted to film a get ready with me video and kind of talk, because I've been watching a lot of get ready with me type videos and I've thoroughly enjoyed them, so I figured I hope you guys enjoy this one as well. So this is the finished look. I know it's nothing special, it's something I wear normally every single day, but really this is something that I feel comfortable in, so that's why I like wearing natural makeup looks. And then I also put on some eyeshadow as well, so that's what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Get some coffee, get some tea. Yeah, eat your dinner while watching this because this is a pretty long video. Also, I apologize if I keep looking over here because my viewfinder is right there, so it works almost like a mirror too, so I'm sorry about that if I keep looking over there. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm on day Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 here. So yeah, so I'm gonna use this. This is a new product from Ouai, and it's a dry shampoo foam, which is frighteningly innovative. So what you need to do is take about a golf ball size amount. I've never used this before, so this is gonna be my first impressions as well. But, oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go for about this much. It smells nice. It's kind of perfumey. And then you're supposed to just put it on your hair. I don't know how this is gonna dry. My hair is super thick and greasy too, so I guess I'm not doing anything today, so it wouldn't much matter. So I can just wash my hair if it ends up kind of bad. Yeah, this is kind of wet. Oh, and then you're supposed to kind of shampoo it in. So massage it in place. So the dry shampoo that I normally use is from Batiste. So you can get that at I don't know, Urban Outfitters, CVS. There's a bunch of different places, but it's relatively cheap. And I've never heard of a foam before, but whoa. Okay, I can already feel it. Yeah, so it's starting to dry right now. It dries pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, and it feels clean. Does it look clean? I guess you need to let it dry a little bit more, but I guess we'll get back to this. We'll move on to makeup. I didn't think this through. I need to wash my hands, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm just gonna push my hair back, let that dry a little bit, and then work on my makeup. So I have a little bit of stress skin right now. I don't know if you can really see it, but I haven't been breaking out that much, but just recently, just the past couple days, I've been getting really bad anxiety attacks. And it's not anything crazy. I think it's because I started drinking coffee again. I put off coffee for a couple weeks. I started drinking coffee again, and then I noticed that it's just been not so good. So I'm gonna use Glossier Super Pure. Usually on a day-to-day basis I'll use Super Bounce, which is a really milky one. It's good for if you have dry skin, but this one's good for if you are having stress skin, so I'm just gonna drop it off onto my hand. Just kind of press it in. I want to put on a little bit of oil. This is Synthol by Riddle. So I used to use the original, I actually have it in my makeup bag, but then the Synthol one I started using a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to put it down. I don't really use that much of it either. I just kind of dot it onto my wrist and then rub it, not rub it, but kind of just pat it in place. So under my neck, on the elbow pits of my arm. I just apply it once in the morning and it stays all day, and then people constantly ask me what I'm wearing. I think I might even, I was saying that I like the original the best, but I think I might like this one actually a little bit more now that I've been wearing it a lot more. It doesn't give me headaches, which a lot of fragrances do, so I'm all about that. On my lips, I'm gonna use this by Terry Baume de Rose, and I've heard so many great things about this. Estee raved about it 4 years ago in one of her videos, but she had it in a pot form, so when I saw it in this gloss type form, I just knew I had to try it. But anyway, I usually put a little bit on the back of my hand, maybe a little bit more than that. I like carrying this actually in my bag because you can use it on your cuticles as well, and it works really well. It's moisturizing, and it's relatively clear. It has a little bit of sparkle, so, but you can't really see it. It smells a little bit like rose. It's not too much, it's not too fragrant, so I really like it. And then for my moisturizer, since the serum's all sunk in, I'm gonna use the Quartz Instant Brightening Illuminating Mask, and it's a really thick moisturizer basically for me because my skin's been kind of dry as well. And the funny thing about this is that when I was in when I was in college, I got a sample of this thinking that it was a night cream, so I went and got the night cream version of this because it was in the same packaging, right? And then I fell in love with it. I'm using it right now too. I'm almost done with it. It's a thicker, much thicker cream. This one's more of like a milky substance. I saw this, so then I got it, and then when I got it home, I realized it's actually the original formula that I tried when I was in college that I fell in love with originally. So it smells amazing. If you guys are ever in a Sephora, you have to give this a whiff because it just, I think the smell is what brings me back. But anyway, I put on a little bit of it. And the thing about this is that because it's like a mask, it can give you kind of like a white cast, so you really have to rub it in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a moment to do that. And it's been raining all morning. What time is it actually? It's actually 1 in the afternoon. It's been raining all day so far, so it's kind of gloomy outside. I'm not sure if I should put on SPF. You know, I probably should. Anyway, so the SPF I'm using is from Claire's. It's a Korean brand. It has SPF 40 PA+++. I'm gonna use about 1/4 of a teaspoon amount. So someone told me on YouTube when I was saying that, like, oh, my SPF has, or my foundation has SPF in it, so I don't have to wear sunscreen. And she said you're supposed to actually use about 1/4 of a teaspoon amount on your face, which kind of blew my mind because all the foundations that, generally whenever I buy foundation, I always aim for a foundation with SPF. So that kind of just totally, I don't know, it just blew my mind because I totally haven't been wearing enough SPF. Anyways, this is a little bit more of like a foamy texture. So I'm gonna put that all over my face and then rub it in. Okay, yeah, so after I rub it completely in, the white cast is like really heavy right when you put it on, but then it sinks in a little bit and then it kind of goes away. So I'm just gonna let it settle a little bit. Okay, let me check up on my hair. It feels nice and clean actually. Huh. Yeah, you know, I didn't put enough under here. But usually whenever I put on dry shampoo, I just put it right in the front center and then leave it. I don't part my hair any special way or anything like that. So this is actually really nice. It looks super clean. It feels clean, which is important because I hate the feeling of dirty hair. So yeah, I like it. So now I'm gonna put on some primer, and I'm gonna use a little bit of this Milk Makeup primer around my eyes since it's a bit more sensitive. I wanna put on a little bit of eyeshadow today, and this actually works really well as an eyeshadow base. And then also at the end of the tail end of my brows because it keeps my brow powder on longer. And this is a silicone-free makeup primer. It's called the Blur Stick, so it's supposed to fill in your pores. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more on my eyelid. And then use a separate primer for my foundation since it kind of goes as a set, or it works as a set. So for my foundation primer, I'm gonna use the Lancome Le Base Pro primer, and it's like a clear gel-like primer. And I just use a little bit, like this much. And generally I just put it around where I need it, so like T-zone, especially on my nose because that area kind of gets really greasy. Okay, chin area and forehead. And the foundation that I'm using today was actually made for me. So this is the Lancome Le Tint Particular. It's a custom made makeup. So it's a foundation, and what you do is you go to like the participating Nordstrom's, or Nordstrom, sorry, with no S at the end. And what they do is they use this like little machine that like picks out like different points of your face and your neck, and then they make a color match for you. And so when they mixed mine, it was crazy because I put it on my cheek right here and it lined up perfectly. But since then, I think I might have gotten a little bit more pale because I haven't been out in the sun so much. But anyway, this has no SPF in it, and it's a very light tint. You can have like a heavier coverage. That's what the girl who was making it for me said that I should do, because the heavy coverage is really nice. But I like wearing like skin tints and like a very small amount of makeup. So yeah, I'm just gonna squeeze out a pump on the back of my hand like that. And then the brush that I'm using is also from Lancome. It's a double-sided brush. And I'm just gonna put that on my face with the concealer side. Lay it down, basically. And I want to put on one more pump because I don't think that was a full pump that I put down, so yeah, that's a full pump right there. Okay. This actually works really well with the Beauty Blender as well. Yeah, I didn't really like the Beauty Blender when I first got it. I thought it was like alright, but it kind of made my skin a little bit more dewy than I liked at the time because it was summer or like hotter when I first got it. But then now that I'm a little bit more dry, I started using the Beauty Blender again and I really, really like it. But today I'm just going to use this Lancome brush, and it's like a very loosely, it's not like a dense brush. It's like a loose foundation brush basically, but it gives you a nice airbrush finish. And when you customize your shade, they also ask you like if you want it to be a bit more dark or if you want it to like cancel out red or just anything like that. And I said that my face kind of gets red a little bit, so just I'm like more interested in canceling out my red tones. So they did that, and I don't know, this foundation like over time, like if I wear it all day, it looks much better in like 3 hours or like 6 hours or at the end of the night. So I really, really like that. And it's more of a skin tint, natural finish, not matte or anything. So yeah, it's like the finish that I prefer. So yeah, I'm gonna take it to my ear too. So I started doing filming like a bunch of my friends doing their makeup and stuff, and like just asking them questions about doing their makeup. And Lauren, when she put on her foundation, she put a little bit like towards her ear too. And the girl who did my makeup at Lancome, she was like putting it towards my ear too, and that kind of blew me away. So I started doing that with any foundation that I wear. I also have a birthmark over here, if you can see. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's like lighter than the rest of my face. And I remember when I was a kid, my mom was like, we gotta find a way to cover that because it's, you know, it's really ugly. But I was never really concerned about it, and I still am not, and I'm not really interested in covering it up so much that you can't see it. No one really points it out anymore though, because I feel like my skin kind of matched up. Okay, cool story, huh? So at this point, I'm gonna put on a little bit of highlighter while my foundation sets in. So the one that I've been using is from Glossier. It's the Haloscope in the color Quartz. This one's my favorite because it's the most natural looking, and you can just literally put it right on, and even if you forget to blend it out, it looks natural. So I really like that. So I put it a little bit below my brow, like that, on Cupid's bow, down my nose, and then also with my finger in the inner corners of my eyes. And of the 3 colors, my little sister Kim actually likes this one the best as well. So I feel like it's, you know, a cult following. So I'm just gonna blend everything out. Okay, so next I'm gonna use a little bit of this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit in Surreal Light. I'm gonna use the little bronzer color, this guy right here, and just kind of contour. So with this brush, there's like a flat end and then like a tapered end. I usually use the flat one. Dip it in the product and then just kind of go down the perimeter of my face, like the 3 motion like that. And it kind of helps me, or it helps add a little bit more color and definition to my face. And I really like this because it's not like a fake, like powdery finish. It looks very natural and you can blend it out easily. I've seen so many reviews where people are like, oh well, this doesn't work on my skin because I'm too dark for it or whatever, but clearly it shows up. And I have like an NC 25-30, like relatively darker skin tone. And then another thing I like to do as well is put a little bit of that same bronzer color. Sometimes I'll just do that and then leave, but I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelids. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the tapered end and dip it into the finishing powder, which is this right here, and then put it all over the center of my face. Like that. I just discovered this brand and I'm like super stoked on them. This is Leela B, and it's a makeup brand, and they have like the coolest packaging. It looks like a stone. Like if Amelie wore makeup, she would wear this line. This is like a natural eyeshadow palette. It's called Be Stunning. What I do is I take this like mushroomy color right here, get it on the brush, and then just lay it down all over my eyelid, into my crease and everything. And then I'm going to take a little bit and then put it under my eyes as well. I've been seeing a lot of like photos on Instagram. Actually, I'll show you an idea. But because I'm Asian, I have Asian eyes. So my eyes are a little bit smaller, on the smaller side. So I like looking up inspiration photos from like other Asian girls where they do like really pretty eye makeup like this, you know? And it's so simple. Well, for the most part, they wear eyeliner and stuff, but this isn't an Asian eye, but this is like a very natural looking eyeshadow color that you can achieve with this. So yeah, just for inspiration. It's just relatively natural, a lot of glow, but it looks really pretty. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little bit of this color right here, this darker shimmery color. I forgot to bring a smaller eyeshadow brush. I would have put this into the lash line a little bit, but I forgot that brush, so next time. Anyway, so I'm gonna put that all over my eyelid, focusing on the outside, like that, and then just kind of hit it a little bit on the inside. But start on the outside, focus it a little bit more out there, and then blur in on the inside. Can you even hear me? I'm like whispering. My eyelids aren't even, so this side of my face has an eyelid, as you can see, and this side doesn't really. So it's really hard to apply eyeshadow. I used to wear winged eyeliner every day, and then eventually the folds happened to my eyes, so I was just like, I'm gonna give up on it. Actually, I do have eyeliner here, I think. I do. Okay, this is from Steal It. It's the 24-hour eyeliner in black. All the writing's rubbed off because I've had this forever, but I think I'm just gonna put a little bit on my lash line just to add a little bit of color. But actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take this color, this white color right here, with my pinky and just rub it into the inner corners of my eyes. Just add a little bit of pop. So put that down. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this liner. I think I actually gave this one to my little sister, and then she wasn't into it anymore because she started using this LA Girl one from the drugstore. I think it's only like $6, but it has like a Japanese made tip, like an actual brush tip. So she started using that, fell in love with it, and then now she only uses that. But this one I've been using, I'm like really loyal to because I've been using it since I started wearing winged liner, like when the Jane Birkin thing was really in. I guess the Jane Birkin thing is still really in, but like when Alexa Chung started coming around and wearing winged eyeliner every day, that was something I loved doing. I'm just gonna walk it across, so I'm not gonna do a winged eyeliner. Because let's be real, I don't even know how to draw a wing liner anymore. It takes a lot of practice. Yeah, so just like that. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's just a little bit of a definition. Alright, so moving on to my eyebrows, I'm going to use this Milk Makeup Brow Gel, and it's in the color Pilsner. I think it's called Pilsner, but yeah, it's Pilsner. And then what I've been doing is just putting it on the tail end of my brows. I don't even put it in the front. So it's super easy. I'm just going to start where the arch is, and then kind of bring it down. That. Spoolie on the other end. I'm just going to blend it out a little bit, or comb it out, because the next thing that I'm going to use is like sent from the heavens. It's just amazing. So I was in Portland, and we went into a store, and then Ian went to buy some chains to get to put on the car because we were going to drive through snow. And then I went straight to the makeup section, and there was this Maybelline new launches section, and I saw this, and oh, it's so strange. So it has fibers in it. It's called the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, the color that I have here. I think it's just, oh yeah, deep brown. So it looks like this. The brush is insane though, and I've been using Boy Brow like crazy too, so I guess like for the past, as soon as they launched, I haven't been using any other brow gel because I love it so much. But yeah, I have 2 of them in my bag, but I don't know, for some reason I felt compelled to try this. So I got it and I really like it. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's a little bit more like hairspray. Like it's a bit more crispy, so it's not very natural, but it does add a lot of color to your brows, which is nice. So even if I just wore this on its own, I feel like it would give enough coverage. Another thing is that the first time I tried it, I didn't really like it because there is a bit of learning curve. You do have to kind of brush off the excess like that, and it is a little bit messy, as you can see. So there is a learning curve, but once you get past that, I think it's really good. Yeah, the crispiness, it's not as user-friendly, but once you get past that, it works really well, and I think it's worth the price. But I'll never be without boy brows, so I really like it. But on days where I just want something quick, if I don't want to wear like a gel underneath or a color underneath, then I'd totally use this. I really like it. You see how it does get messy though, so again, with the learning curve and everything, I just think it's such a great product though, so it's worth a try. Okay, so I'm gonna put on a little bit of lip color. So Hourglass was kind enough to send me this along with like the entire collection. It's like 20 shades, but my favorite one is Activist. So I just pulled out one that's my favorite one, and then all the other ones I ended up just giving it to my friends. And I have a ton of sisters and a ton of friends too who are girls. So I don't know, everyone just like was so excited about it. And right when I opened up the package, I was really excited at first, and then I felt really guilty immediately afterwards. So then a bunch of people were hitting me up about it, so I gave a lot of them away, but I pulled out my favorite color, which is Activist. So for me, it's like a My Lips but better color. Like if you ever tried Lolita 2 from Kat Von D, it's like that color but a bit more sheen. Just moisturizing, really good. So I really like this one. I think because of their like luxurious packaging and everything, I never really reached for them before because I don't know, I just thought it was like out of my price range and budget and everything. And then I found out like all these good things about them, like they're cruelty free, they don't really do crazy product launches, so they really focus on individual items. So whenever they do launch an item, it's always amazing. So when I like wore this, it's thoroughly moisturizing, especially for someone like me who has just crazy dry lips. So I really like this, and it smells a little bit like M&M's too, which I really like. And then I have a friend who owns a store called Shop Nona, which, I mean, I talked about her store pretty often before. She was talking about this brand, this lipstick brand, and she gave me one, and this is the color Fringe. I chose this color, and I really, really like it. The packaging is so amazing, but Esty talked about this lipstick brand, and she was raving about it, and then she told me, my friend from Shop Nona, Olivia, told me about it. And she's like, yeah, just pick out a color, whatever color you want. So then I picked out this one, and it's like a really nice bricky color. What I've been doing is just blotting this in the center of my lips and then using the residual, blotting it on my fingers and then putting it on my cheeks, and it leaves like a really natural looking finish. The reason why I layer is because I have like really purple lips, like on the outer parts of my lips, it's kind of purple. So I have to put another color underneath so it looks like a natural, healthy looking lip. And then I put on like a brick color right in the center, and it gives like a little bit of an ombre lip. Before I do that though, I'm gonna put a little bit of the spray on. This is the Glow Face Mist from Lila B. And this stuff is amazing. It smells so good. But I put this on because I want my my cream blush. Well, I guess it's not really cream blush, but I want my lipstick to actually look like it's melted in. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the center of my lips, and I more or less just kind of blot it on like that, and then kind of press it in so it's almost like a stain, you know? And then I'm gonna put on my cheeks, and they look so natural. I've been doing that with this Lancome lip oil that I have too, and it looks so good. But I really like doing that because, I don't know, especially during the winter when my skin's dry, it just doesn't look so good whenever I wear a powder blush unless I spray it down with like a setting spray. Yeah, so it's just like a natural looking blush. I really like that. And the other thing is that I'll just carry this with me so that if throughout the day my lipstick starts wearing off, Even if I eat food and my lipstick starts wearing off, it looks alright because it's like an ombre look. But I can just blot some in the center. And then again, with the residual, just like hit my cheeks with it, and it just looks very natural, like a natural glow from within, you know? Last thing I'm gonna do here is put on some eyelashes. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and then put on mascara. I know I did it the opposite way last time and I got lectured for it because it rips out your eyelashes. So, and then I'm gonna put on some of this mascara. And I've always had a thing for mascaras in tubes like this. I remember reading it in like Jane magazine or something like that when I was younger, where like tube mascaras, the reason why people like it is because you can squeeze out the very last drop and you can scrape off excess mascara as well. So I really like that. And this is almost like a, you can kind of see it's like 3 balls like that. But the cool thing about this is that it's like a gel mascara, so it doesn't get crusty or crispy or anything like that. And I really like this brush too, because I used to have this other mascara called Fairy Drops. It's like a Japanese mascara. It has the same type of brush. And I just thought that it was like the most innovative, most user-friendly mascara one, like no learning curve or anything. Yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I know I've been doing a lot of like really chatty videos, but I really love watching chatty videos, so I figured you might as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.